IBA's platform focuses on providing customers with the core insurance solutions they need to run their business, today and tomorrow. They aim to get from concept to launch a new business within a period of only 12 weeks by offering a cloud-native end-to-end insurance platform that handles everything from quote to bind and policy administration, driving automation and efficiency. They allow users to be self-sufficient in a modern claims handling system. Its solutions make the insurer always on and always available, 24/7, fully managed and supported by IBA. Next on stage, IBA.
Hello, and thank you for joining. My name is Niels Trzaski, and today here at DIA I'm joined by my colleague Nigel Barnfield. We represent IBA, who develops and provisions the market-leading cloud-native core insurance application, IB Suite. Our message for you today is that in order to unlock the value of all the great point solutions that we've seen demonstrated yesterday and this morning, you need to have the capability to seamlessly integrate all these solutions with your core insurance business, your policies, your claims, your customer service. As part of our preparation for today's presentation, I reached out to my LinkedIn network to get some inspiration as to how to get our message across. And they said, show how IB Suite can help insurers meet the expectations of the customer of 2030 today. Okay, challenge accepted. So we have developed a small narrative that tells a story about integration and core insurance business. And I'd like to invite my colleague Nigel to take us through that story today.
Thank you very much, Niels. So the challenge is to show how we can manage the insurance world in 2030 already today. And to do that for you, we have prepared a scenario that's going to address a few elements that we think will still be relevant, that are maybe in their infancy. So we were thinking about self-driving vehicles, we were thinking about telematics and usage-based insurance, and autonomous vehicles, and maybe kind of limited drive in there. So we have a scenario that I'm going to go through where we have a customer who will recover his autonomous vehicle using voice technology, which we'll see simulated by this car here. We'll then show a usage-based journey before simulating a claim event from the same vehicle and show how we handle that in IB Suite. So this is something that we figured could be available through something like a Tesla example. We did plan to bring one with us. Unfortunately, it was stuck in customs, so we've had to make do with a remote-controlled vehicle here. But to simulate the black box of such a vehicle, we've put an iPhone with a small app that simulates, or that actually sends real data into IB Suite. So I have a customer here in IB Suite who has an inactive policy at the moment, so we can see that the vehicle is currently idle, and we currently have 0 claims on it. So let's imagine that our customer here, Max, needs to go to work. So he can open up his Tesla app and he can say, hey Tesla, go fetch my vehicle. Then we see that the vehicle will come out of its parking area and drive onto the stage. And within a few seconds, then we'll see that now the vehicle has actually changed status in IB Suite, and we can see that it's currently active. And if I take a look, we can see that the location is pretty much here. And we've also activated the comprehensive cover on the vehicle and registered that a trip has started. So we can see there the start date at 12:43 at the address in Munich where we are right now. So then we can make a small charge when the journey has actually ended. But today, our customer Max is actually feeling pretty pleased with himself, pretty confident. He's going to go back to the old school way of driving back in 2022. So he's going to say, I'm going to drive this in manual mode now because what can possibly go wrong, okay? So my colleague Mirko here will then drive and completely lose control of the vehicle in an utterly predictable manner, which again has hopefully then reacted with something to happen in IB Suite. So of course then we've used the sensors in IB Suite, and if we just wait for hopefully up to 10 seconds, now I can see that two things have happened within IB Suite. So the mobile phone has obviously sent us some crash data. We can see that the vehicle is now idle, so obviously his trip has ended in a somewhat dramatic fashion. And if we have a look at the trips, there I can see that it lasted somewhere short of about 4 minutes, and we had a premium of €2 for that journey. And otherwise, I can also see that now I have a claim which is logged on the vehicle. So if I go to the claims, can see that we have a telematic reported collision, which has been registered in IB Suite. So this is all come in via our APIs. We've captured some information regarding the time and date. And you can see that we've also captured, at the lower section now, we've captured some impact information. So we've heard people talk in the last couple of days about the wealth of data that's available in these modern connected cars. Obviously, for the demo, we've only chosen two very simple examples. We've taken the impact speed and the claim location. But then we've used those. And if I look at the communications panel now, then I can see that we've done two things. We have sent an email from our fictive insurance company, and we've sent that to SOS International to say, you need to attend, there's been a collision, and we have damage recovery, so we'd like you to go and collect this vehicle. And otherwise, we've also sent an SMS to the customer to say, we've received information that you've been in a crash, stay where you are, help is on the way, and take it easy. There's one final thing that I've done, and that's that we chose to actually use the impact speed which we've calculated there. Even though it seems a little high, it's actually correct. It was around 58 kilometers an hour that the phone traveled while it was dropping. And we've used that to create a workflow case internally in IB Suite. So then I think that, well, there was a lower speed impact, there's a potential risk of whiplash. So then I can get somebody in the claims team to follow up on that, to set a process ongoing already. And all of this is driven by the data that we received from the phone attached to the vehicle. So it's a slightly fictive scenario, as I say, but actually it's not a million miles away from what we can imagine when we think about connected cars. And the important thing is that we've used the data available to improve the customer's experience. So with that, Niels, I'll give it back to you to wrap up.
So Nigel, what are we going to do with that car?
Well, actually, that's a good question, Niels. We're actually going to give the car away to the person who comes to our booth and takes part in our small competition. And you can find us over there with a chance to win a slightly damaged remote control vehicle.
And especially if they can show one of these voting ballots that is being handed out later, where you can vote for today's best presentation. If you can show one of these ballots that has our name on it, you increase your chance of winning significantly. So thank you very much, and please come see us out at the booth if you want to learn more about how we built today's presentation. Thank you very much.